Hello, everyone. First of all, I have to say that I'm very nervous. This is my first time I do this. I used to do it when I was back in college, but it was different. Like team presentation, it's different. Right now, like in public, you guys don't know me. So excuse if I do something weird, okay? Mr. Valdestino, thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
I want to share that when Mr. Valdestino invited me here to talk to you about why you guys should be getting your degree and finish your career, I was like super excited. He can tell you, I was like, yeah, but what am I going to do? What am I going to talk about? Like, what am I going to say? He knew that I had a master's degree, but he didn't know what I struggled with during my career. So he started explaining to me, and it was like I went blank, and I was like, I just saw someone blah, 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 blah. And I started like having, like all the time, right? He was like just someone talking. I didn't really pay attention. I was started to brainstorm, like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna talk about? What am I gonna say? Are they gonna understand? I have an accent. I'm scared. Like, I was excited, but I was scared because I have an accent. My kids make fun of me. When I'm trying to, look, I can't say the word, map. Well, I always say it wrong. It always comes out wrong. And then my kids, hi, mama. It's not mop, it's whatever. So I was scared. And then I see Mr. Valdestino, and then, you know what? Yes, I'm going to do it. Sure, I accepted the invitation. And I have to say that I'm very excited. I'm nervous. I move a lot. I talk too much with my hands. I decided to be behind the podium because, I don't know, I feel secure. So let's start. Who am I? My name is Marcela Montejo. I'm 37 years old. I have two kids, Nicolas and Marcelo, 9 and 6. He'll be 7 next month. I'm married twice with the same guy. He's there. It's funny. I married him, I divorced him, and then I married him again 2 years ago. I have a bachelor's degree in human services. I have a master's degree in education, and I feel very proud of it. It cost me a lot. It took me 13 years in total to finish my master's and my bachelor's and my master's. I'm currently working for the state of Texas. I started there 9 years ago as a social worker 1. Then I got a promotion as social worker 2, and then a social worker 3, which is like a assistant of a supervisor. And then I got this promotion 2 years. Well, I'm working as my position is IT analyst / specialist / policy expert. So ////. I'm the slash girl. I do everything. I have 9 years with them. And what else? Well, I'm working for the state right now. Look, I just went black right now. When I started to think about how I was going to deliver my message, I started to, okay, so should I get my master's degree and start talking about numbers, percentages, statistics, I don't know, all this information that we can get through the internet, like students dropping out of college from EPCC, from UTEP, from El Paso, from Lubbock, from all Texas. I was going to be boring. You guys were going to be sleeping, snoring, because you guys can do that on your own. So I thought about maybe why not sharing my story. It's funny when I think about it, when I see it right now. But back then, it was hard. I cried and cried. My parents are Mexicans. I used to live in Juarez. I went to school. Basically, all my education was in Juarez. I came to the U.S. my last year of high school. I did my senior year in Mountwood. I finished high school, honor roll. How? I don't know. I didn't speak English at all. at all. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Like, not even, my name is Marcela. No, no, no. It was terrible. It was terrible. I finished the high school. During my high school year, they had us prepare for college. And I was like, yeah, college. Yeah. You guys need to write for universities and apply for scholarships. I didn't know how. I didn't know where. I didn't know nothing. I had to do it, but I went big. I wrote to Bill Clinton and to Vicky Carr. I don't know if you guys know knows who's Vicky Carr. She had a foundation, a scholarship foundations for Latinos. She's a Mexican singer. I don't know if she's Mexican or from Peru but whatever. She had a foundation. I got a scholarship from her. I got a response back from the White House, believe it or not. He saw the letter. I was gonna bring it, but I was scared that I was gonna drop it or lose it, or I don't know. Probably Bill Clinton didn't wrote back to me. Maybe it was his staff or whatever, but I got a response back from the White House. So I feel proud of it and blah, blah, blah. Yes, I got a scholarship. As I told you, I come from Juarez, my Mexican parents, and of course, a Mexican macho dad. When I got my scholarship, he didn't let me go anywhere. So I had to stay here in El Paso. When I graduated from Mountwood, I started looking for colleges. I came here, I went to UTEP. I didn't have a car. I had a job, McDonald's. The only thing I knew how to say was, "Welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you? Do you want to supersize it?" That was my English. Speaking English, because I knew how to write, I knew how to read. So I didn't have a car. My parents didn't have money to pay for college. I started the registration. I registered for school, for college, 1 class, 2 classes. It was hard. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know, like financial aid, all this process that you have to go through. Once you register, you need to take your classes like a prerequisite for the prerequisite for the prerequisite. Like, what? When are you gonna finish? It was hard. It was just, I used to walk to college, get the bus. Sometimes I didn't have money for the bus. Rode a bike. It was just too much for me. So I let my immature brain, my immature thinking quit. So I quit school. I quit college. Yes, I had my parents. "Marcela, when are you gonna start school? Marcela. It was easy for me. I was working at McDonald's. I saved money. I bought a car, an 87 Pontiac car that never worked. So I quit school for 2 years. A lot of things happened during those 2 years. A friend of my family helped me get a job for APS, Adult Protective Services. It was state work. So yeah, let's go. What am I gonna do? I don't know. But yeah, it sounds interesting. Like, yeah, a case aid. Oh yeah. It sounds nice. A case aid. I was gonna work for the state. Oh yeah. Woo. By that time, my car was working, and okay. So yes, I got a temporary job for the state. Everything was fun and fine. I had money. I had a job. I was making dollars here, spending my money in Juarez. Imagine, I was a rich girl. So everything was fine until life puts me in a situation that made me realize I was wasting my life. working for APS, there was one day that I got there to the office. Oh, I was never in the office. I was driving, and oh yeah, I'm gonna do a visit and a home visit. I was eating with my friends, like they didn't know, and then I would still get paid. Imagine, that was the best job I had ever. So one time I get to the office to sign in, and okay, I'm leaving. And then one caseworker told me, you know what, I need you to go a home visit. We were not supposed to go by ourselves because it was 4 of us. I was just a case aide. You needed to be a caseworker, not a case aide, to go visit the clients. So I got to know a lot of elderly persons. I got to realize the real world. It was hard. They said this day, okay, let me tell you about this day. The caseworker sent me to, you know what, you need to do a home visit. Am I gonna go by myself? You know what, yeah, it's just gonna be a basic home visit. He's reported that he was walking naked on the parking lot. You just go see what's wrong. Okay, so I went there. Long story short, they said I saved a man's life. And to tell you the truth, I get the chills. He saved my life. I got there the right moment, the right time. I don't know why I didn't panic. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. I helped them go. I don't know what I did. I just helped them. I reacted. I called 911 while the paramedics got there. I was trying to hold his hand because he was having like a, yeah, thank you for the word. I was trying to, like, I didn't know what to do. Yes, he was naked. Roaches all over his body. It was hard, but I didn't think about it. It was just, what if something happened to him? And I swear this story is true. So the paramedics got there. They removed me from the house. Right there and then I got in panic. I got in shock. I started throwing up. The paramedic came and then told me, are you okay? Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Thank you. You just saved a man's life. I was in shock for a week. I didn't go to work. They were okay because it was an experience that I never had. And I seriously, I never expected I was going to be there or I was going to experience that. During that week, I wanted to go back to school. I wanted to go get my degree. I realized that I was wasting my life. I was just partying. And I was hurting myself. I looked at my friends and yeah, some of them were partying with me, but they're still going to school. It's okay, I decided to enroll college. I came here again, UTEP. I changed from chemistry to business until I finally got human services. My bachelor's degree, it was hard. I struggled with a lot of things. Life put me through situations that I wanted to quit a lot of times. I met my husband. I got pregnant. Very sick pregnancy. I threw up every single day since day one until my due date. I even threw up on the day of the C-section. I had to tell the doctor, you know what, hold on, I'm gonna throw up before they put the thingy on my back. I don't know what it's called. Whatever. That thing that they put you on your spinal. Esa mera. Esa mera. I got separated. I cried every day, every night. I didn't understand why it was happening to me. I had to keep up with my work. By that time, I already had this work 9 years ago. I had to keep up with work, schedule, school schedule, homeworks, teen group studies, my pregnancy, I was sad, my depression. I needed to eat, but I wasn't eating well. So it was hard. It was very, very, very hard. I wanted to quit a lot of times. I wanted to just, whatever, I'm not gonna do it. But I had to do it. I had to demonstrate myself that I was able to do it. I have to prove him that I'm not a quitter. I had to do it because of my baby. So yes, I finally did it. I graduated from my degree. I finished my degree in human services. I was so excited. Things were getting better with my husband. My baby was born. We got back together. So I think my brain, my thinking grew up a lot and got so mature that I decided, you know what? Let's go for the masters. And I did. He wasn't that supportive. He was like, Marcela, are you gonna go to the masters? What about me? I wanna do it. I wanna go to school. I wanna do my masters. He's an engineer. And he struggled too, but it was not like me. Like, it was harder for me. I always say it was harder for me. So he wasn't that supportive. I get pregnant again. Oh my God, what I was thinking. I was doing my masters. I got pregnant again and again. Sick all the time. Throwing up all the time. Work. I had so much things to do and so much things to accomplish, and I just couldn't do it. And it was hard. My baby was born. I was pregnant. Separation again. I couldn't understand why. I couldn't do anything nicely, happily. Like, why every time I go to school, I get pregnant and then I get separated. Even my classmates, my friends from school, they were telling me, oh, Marcela, don't tell me you're going to go for the doctor. Because another pregnancy and another separation. Oh, no, I'm done here. I'm done. So I was doing my master's. I separated, but it was not a separation. It was a divorce. So it was harder. We had a home. I had to pay mortgage because he didn't help me for 6 months. Until the child, I'm not lying. Until the child support and the divorce decree kicked in, that's when I got help. That's when I got the money for child support. I had to pay the mortgage. I had to pay daycare because I was working and I had a baby and he needed formula and he needed Pampers and I didn't qualify for no Medicaid, no WIC, no nothing. So I had to feed him. Bills, my car. I was feeling like everything, my world was just falling apart. It was just terrible. But I wasn't gonna let all these things, I wasn't gonna quit. I needed to do it. I had to do it for my baby, for my pregnancy, and again, for him. Because I needed to prove him that I was worth it. I needed to prove him that he was gonna lose a lot. So, one funny story, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say a word. I was doing, you know where I'm going, right? I was doing my master's, and then I had a presentation, and it was a team presentation. We were 5 of us. And yeah. And I always was the one that wrote the essays. I was good in writing. I was not good in speaking English. But I did the introduction, I had my part, and then I did the conclusion. Always. Every time we had a team presentation, I was the one, because I knew, I'll do it, yes. And it will help me, because I was losing the feeling of, I don't know, I was just scared in talking in public. So we had this presentation and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like feeling all this public speaker. And then I said, yes, guys, we need to fuck yous instead of focus. Oh my gosh. I wanted to run and I just like that. That was the impression I got from the students, from my friends. It was a different setup. It was like a square setup. And then I'm like, yeah, we need to focus. And then I hear something on the back. And then I just looked at them. And then one of them tells me, Marcela, oh, no, you just didn't. And I go, what? Well, you said this word. Like, what? I looked at the instructor. She was right in front of me. I looked at all the students, and I was like, they were laughing. Like, what did I say? What was wrong? Marcela, you just said this word. Like, oh, my God. I lost confidence. I didn't want to do it again, but I had to do it. University of Phoenix requires you to do presentations every day. I wanted to quit. It was just terrible. It was my master's, and I was saying that word like I didn't know how to say focus. Now I know. Focus. It was terrible. Like I mentioned before, it was hard. Pregnancy, not having him. The first day of my first class of my master's, I had the class with the Dean of Education. She came to me. She took me out of the classroom. And then she said, Ms. Montejo, I would recommend for you to change your career. You're taking the hardest path, I think she said that. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your money. That was the Dean of Education. We came back to the class. I cried. Remember that I was separated, or in my divorce, or in the divorce process. I call them the 9 months. I call them every single day. I cry for him every single day. I had it hard. It was hard. But I did it. The day I walked that stairs for my master's degree, the day of my ceremony, I was pregnant. I had my cap and gown. I bought it extra large so no one would see. No one would see that I was pregnant. I walked up the stairs. All the doctors were there, like holding my hands. Be careful with the pregnant girl. Be careful with the pregnant girl. I get there, and guess who was there? Guess who handed me my diploma? The Dean of Education. I was like, hey, remember? 18 months ago, you told me I wasn't going to make it. I didn't say that, but I was like, I did it. So I got my diploma, and then I see myself in that big projector. I felt like a Hollywood star. I thought every single person in that room was there for me. It was a huge satisfaction getting my diploma. It was like having my baby. It was like when I saw for the first time my first baby, and then when I saw the first time my second baby, it's something that no one's gonna take away from you. Your education is something that no one is gonna take away from you. It's something that you are gonna earn it, something that you're gonna get it. Education is gonna give you power. Education, it's gonna open doors for you, and it will. It did for me, even though my language barrier that I had. It gave me job opportunities. I knew how to interview now. I wasn't scared of my English. I wasn't scared of my accent. Chinese people talks worse than me. Like, yes, I have an accent, and I did it. my 13 years were worth it. Every penny worth it. No one is going to take it away from me. I wish they could take the student loans, but it's not going to happen. But you know what? It's, are you crying? Okay. Working for the state, it's going to give me the opportunity, or actually it gave me the opportunity to apply for student loan forgiveness. And it's 120 payments. And I already have 60 payments. So 5 years more to go. Don't quit school. Don't quit college. Family issues are going to complicate your life. Pregnancies are going to complicate your life. Marriages, divorces. Maybe not getting the support from your family. A lot of issues are going to happen. A lot of situations are going to happen to you. Don't let it make yourself quit. Have it in your mind. It's going to happen one time, sooner or later. Imagine it. Imagine me. Look. Imagine me when I got my diploma. I was proud of it. I'm still proud of it. I wanted to buy the ring, but I couldn't because I didn't have money. Those rings are expensive, like $400. But I got a ring. Another one. This is my second one. With the same guy. Right now, I still have a goal in education. I want to get certified for this, with the state of Texas as a counselor. I want to have my own practice. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it. He already knows. He has 10 years to do his master's. Because in 10 years, I'm going to have my own practice. And I'm saying 10 years, not because I'm going to quit studying, but I want to, like, my career, my professional life, it's in standby right now. I have 2 kids that they go to practice, they go to games, they need their mama. And I'm going to be there for them. But I have a goal, and I'm going to do it. And also my goal for them, or for me, is to teach them the importance of education. I don't want them to go through the same things I went. I don't want them to waste their life and like I did. Yes, party, but study. Yes, go to parties. Yes, work, but still, get your degree. Because sooner or later, everything's going to pay off. I want them to see me with the same eyes they see their dad. I want to cry. I want my kids to see me with the same eyes, because he's an engineer and he's always dressed up and he always travels, and yeah, he's engineer position and he talks numbers and he talks this and blah blah blah, and I'm just a social worker. I want them to feel proud of me, but not because I do laundry, not because I cook for them, not because I take them to practice. No, I want them to feel proud because of the woman that I am and because of all that I accomplished. And like I mentioned, with the same eyes they see their dad, and I know it's going to happen. Right now, they're small. They don't understand. They know that their mom cooks and do laundry, and she's always complaining and blah, 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 and asking for help, andale René, que blah, blah, blah. So they think I'm just someone that goes volunteer for work. They don't know what I went through. They don't know that there was no money for me. There was no car for me. I walked when it was raining. I walked when it was snowing. But I never quit. Yes, I quit at the beginning, but I continue with my education. So my suggestion to you guys is, or my advice, don't let all this situation and these obstacles stop you. It's worth it. And it's just, you're just going to get a huge satisfaction. And it's going to give you credibility, professional. It's going to give you, it's going to open doors for you guys in the future. It doesn't matter how long it takes you, but you'll get it. If you want it, you'll get it. And thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
It was fun.
All right, guys, questions? Oh, go ahead. Somebody have a question? Go for it.
So, how, like, you guys were divorced. He didn't help you at all? Like,
You know what? He told me when it was hard. Back then we both were immature.
well, how young were you guys? First
27, 26, 27. Like it was not young.
But, like, what was he doing? Like,
He was working.
like you said you had a house?
Yes, we had.
Home in your house, and he went back to his mom's house?
He was paying. No, he was there. I'm sorry, Rene. I just have to. He was working. He was an engineer. He wasn't making that much money because he barely started. But we have another son. His son. He's 16 years old now. No, 17 years old now. He was paying child support. The mama decided to sue him. So he was paying back pay child support. All of his paycheck was going to the ex-wife. So it was hard. He only had like $500 left monthly. And I was making probably like $1,700 a month. And we had to pay $1,200 for mortgage. We had to pay $800 for daycare. It was hard. I forgot to tell you. I drove and I worked an ice cream truck. I sold tamales. I was a waitress. I got a second job as a waitress in a nightclub. Yes, it was fun, but it was hard. Imagine my work schedule 8 to 5, and then correle, it was Nova Luna. At 7 o'clock, be there, because I worked there for 3 months. It was October, November, December, and part of January. They were having concerts every weekend. They were having posadas every weekend. So it was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I worked from 7 p.m. to 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And then get home, shower, and go to the office because you're a social worker. And then get out from there and go back to Nova Luna. And it was hard. So, no.
Did you have, like, my sister, she went through the same thing you went through, and, like, I helped her raise my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
So did you have anybody?
Yes, my mom.
Your mom?
Yes. She was living in Juarez by that time. I had to go drop off the kids and then come back. Sometimes the kids will spend the night with her. Sometimes she will come over here. Thank God she's a resident right now. She would always help me whenever it was possible. What else? When I got divorced, the family divorced me too. The family divorced my kids too. So it was hard. I went through, it was hard. It was hard. And right now that we are back together, it still's hard to work the relationship without having to, yes, but your family, blah, 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 and yes, your mom, and yes, your dad, and blah, 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 blah. But we're working, and thank God it's going better.
Why did you guys get back together? Like, what was the... like, two separations? Like, what was the reason? Like, because you guys are so alone?
This is what happened.
Did he come back to you, or, like...
No, I actually asked them.
You
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I asked them, And I don't regret it. Job opportunities were coming to me, but so to him. He moved out of Paso. He went to Ohio for 4 years. He came back 2 years ago, ¿verdad? Like 3 years ago? 3 years ago, he came back to El Paso. I don't know. I was alone. I missed him. I needed him. I needed I knew I was worth it. I was doing it for me. Yes, I did my master's degree for me, for my son, but I also did it for him. I don't know. I asked him back. And you know what he told me the first time I asked him?
The first time.
No, well, yeah, it was the first and last.
Oh.
I told him, Rene, you know what? I was crying. It's because I miss you and I want a family. Let's get back together. No, right now. Not right now. Yes. So that day, I cried again all night. And the next morning, I said, okay, that's it. No more. I need to stand up and be there for my kids. And when I decided to say, okay, that's going to be it, so they say who understands woman, but who understands men?
What was your deal?
To tell you the truth, he had another girlfriend.
Oh my God. In Ohio?
No, here. I was thinking, oh, he came back because of me, and then he came back because of my kids. No. But he's not that bad anymore. I wouldn't change him anymore. Like, he's my love.
I have a question for you. You said that, all this was going on and your family was helping you. Oftentimes, when you have education, it's the extra thing that people say, well, then why are you doing that now? Don't do that. Don't do education right now. Just focus on work, whatever you need. Did you have those kind of pressures from your family, from your mother and father that said, why are you going to education now when all this is going on? Why don't you just, stick with your family, stick with work, and therefore, lessen your load at this point when everything is most tumultuous?
Not from my family, but from my coworkers.
Really?
Yes. It was like they would see me going through a hard time, and they would see me just quit school, Marcela, and things will get better, and then you go back to school. But I was like, it took me a lot to enroll in school. Why am I going to quit right now? I'm already in the road, so better finish it. But yeah, from my coworkers, I got a lot of, I think they were worried about me, and they would say, Marcela, quit school. It's better. Like, just you have your work. The state is a secure job. They give you benefits. But I wanted more. I wanted more. I wanted more money. I wanted a better position. I wanted to have the power. And now I have it. Now I have it.
And you're a citizen now?
Oh, I'm always, I was born here in El Paso.
Oh, okay. I thought when you said you came here when you were senior year, so you were born in El Paso and you grew up in Juarez.
Uh-huh.
And you came back.
And I came back with my macho Mexican dad. He wasn't supportive either. Like, he didn't like me to come and study here. I was living with my aunt. It was hard not having, the registration process, it's hard. And then especially when you're in Juarez, your mom goes and registers you, and then she does everything for you. And then here in El Paso, you have to do it. So, and you have to get in line and apply and blah, blah, blah. It was hard, not having my mommy do it for me. I had to grow up. I was not the kid. I was a young adult.
Did you have a mentor here?
No.
Or so how did you find out? Did you go to a counselor? How did you learn how to register and do those things?
I came to EPCC. It was hard. I was here probably 2 semesters, part-time. I wasted my time. I went to UTEP. I'm sorry. That's because I didn't find, there was no person for me. I went to UTEP. I didn't like it. I was just a number. And then TV, commercials. I heard about this university, and I went there. And there I was Marcela Montejo. And there they taught me. It was the right school for me at that moment, because I was a young adult. I was mature. It was a click for me. But I did it myself. No one helped me. No one told me about it. I just had to do it. I wasn't going anywhere with what I was doing.
Does anybody else have a question? I got.
I'm good.
Or Danny's.
Give me your number and I'll tell you everything about it.
How long did it take you to get comfortable communicating in English?
I'm
did really well today.
no, I still like Rene, my accent, my English. I practice my speech. Actually, I didn't look at it. Like I didn't read it at all. Like maybe I forgot 70% of it that I was gonna tell you. I don't know. Probably it's my character. Probably is. I still not feel comfortable speaking English. I forget the words. At my job, I have to deal a lot with Hindu people. So it's hard to understand, and then it's by phone. Like, and I don't understand it. And I always tell, like, I don't answer my phones. They know I don't answer my phone because I don't understand. It's hard. So I tell them, Marcela, I called you. Oh yeah, just via email. And it's hard also to try to understand them in the email. But I'm still scared of not scared, I don't know what's the word, but I'm not. But you know me. You know me. I'm always talking to you Spanglish. Like, if I'm not prepared, if I don't talk to the mirror and prepare my speech, I'm not ready. I have to think. Even my evaluations at work, my boss tells me that I needed to participate more. Well, yeah, because by the time I think and translate, they change the topic. So I don't know if it happens to you, but oh, well, who cares? You guys don't know me. You guys are not going to see me again, so.
Hey guys, we're right up against the clock. Does anybody have any more questions? Or if not, you can just come bug Renan a little bit. Well, if not, Marcela, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you
Thank you, guys.
very
Thank you,
much.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys.